This wedding speech destroyed a marriage in under 60 seconds. Watch closely.
What would you do if your own sister used her wedding speech to destroy you in front of 200 people? Not behind your back, not in a group chat, but under crystal chandeliers with a champagne glass raised. That's exactly what happened to me. The venue was glowing gold that evening, white roses everywhere, a string quartet playing something soft and expensive. My sister Vanessa, 32, looked flawless in her custom gown, the kind designed for magazine covers, not family photos. She smiled, lifted her glass, waited for silence. Then she looked directly at me.
"This is my sister Emily,
She said sweetly.
a single mother. No man wanted her."
The room exploded in laughter, and before I could even process it, my mother leaned forward from the head table and added, loud enough for 3 rows to hear,
"She's damaged goods."
"Damaged goods." I felt every pair of eyes turn toward me, some pitying, some entertained, some relieved it wasn't them. Have you ever felt that? That hot, suffocating spotlight you didn't ask for? I was seated at table 14, near the back, not in family photos. Vanessa said it was for symmetry. I think we both knew the real reason. My son Noah, 6 years old, squeezed my hand under the table. "Mommy, why are they laughing?" And here's the part no one noticed. While the room laughed, Daniel, the groom, 34, calm, polished, respected, didn't. He didn't smile. He didn't clap. He didn't raise his glass. He just watched. And in that moment, I realized something terrifying. Vanessa thought she was performing, but Daniel was evaluating. And what happened next would wipe the smile off her face in front of everyone.
The groom didn't laugh and the bomb doubled down. That's not normal wedding behavior. So is this long-term family cruelty? Or does he already know something we don't? Watch closely.
This didn't start at the wedding. It started 20 years ago. Families don't just wake up one day and choose a villain and a disappointment. They build those roles slowly, brick by brick, holiday by holiday. Vanessa was the golden child, straight A's, debate captain, prom queen, the one teachers described as going places. My mother framed her report cards like trophies. I was the quiet one, the sensitive one, the one who got pregnant at 23 by a man who promised forever and disappeared before the first ultrasound. From that moment on, the story about me was written. Vanessa was potential. I was consequence. At Thanksgiving, Mom would introduce her as our future CEO. Me? Emily's doing her best. Doing her best. Isn't that what people say when they've already lowered the bar? Every Christmas, Vanessa found a way to slip it in. Any new prospects? She'd joke, swirling wine. Or are we embracing the independent lifestyle permanently? Everyone would laugh. I'd smile. I got good at smiling. But Daniel noticed things others didn't. At the rehearsal dinner the night before the wedding, I left early because Noah was overtired. Daniel helped me carry his little coat to the car.
"You okay?"
He asked quietly. I shrugged. I'm used to it. He didn't like that answer. I could see it. His jaw tightened just slightly, controlled, observant. Here's what most people don't understand. Humiliation isn't loud at first. It's subtle. It's seating charts that place you near the exit. It's inside jokes you're not part of. It's speeches rehearsed with punchlines at your expense. And the morning of the wedding, I overheard Vanessa telling her bridesmaids,
"Just wait until my toast. I saved the best part for last."
At the time, I thought she meant something sentimental. I was wrong, because as she stood there smiling, glass raised, the laughter still echoing in the ballroom, I saw Daniel slowly set his drink down. He hadn't laughed once, and that's when I knew something had shifted, but I had no idea how far he was willing to take it.
Okay, wait. She planted the best part for the toast, and he already looked tense at rehearsals? That's not random. Was this premeditated humiliation? Or did he discover something earlier? Let's see how fast she goes.
Some jokes bruise, others expose. Vanessa always knew how to disguise cruelty as charisma. That night was no different. She stood there, glowing under the chandelier light, dabbing fake tears from the corner of her eye. "To family," she began. "They shape who we are." Soft smiles, nods, cameras lifted. She turned toward me again. "Growing up with Emily taught me so much," she continued. "Like what not to do." Laughter, louder this time.
"At least I waited for a man who stayed."
she added, leaning slightly into the microphone. You know that kind of laugh? The one that spreads because people assume it's safe to join in? That was the sound filling the room. My fingers tightened around my fork. The metal clinked against the plate. I didn't trust my voice. I didn't trust my face, so I stayed still. Then Noah whispered, "Mommy, did I do something bad?" That question hit harder than anything Vanessa said. Across the room, a few guests shifted uncomfortably. A bridesmaid looked down at her lap. Someone coughed. But my mother? She leaned forward from the head table, wine glass in hand, and said clearly,
"She's damaged goods, sweetheart. We all know it."
Not whispered, not subtle, audible. A few gasps now, but still, no one stopped it, except someone did. Daniel. He wasn't smiling anymore. He wasn't even pretending to. He looked at Noah, then at me, and something in his expression changed from discomfort to decision. Vanessa laughed lightly.
Relax, babe. It's just jokes.
But Daniel didn't laugh. Instead, he stood up, calmly, slowly. He reached for the microphone in her hand and said,
I think that's enough.
The room went silent, and then he said my name.
Emily.
What came next wasn't anger. It was something much worse.
Wait, he just took the mic and said her name. That's deliberate. If it were just a joke, he would smooth over it, right? So is he defending her, or about to expose something bigger?
What he said first wasn't loud, but it changed everything. Daniel didn't raise his voice. He didn't slam the mic. He just stood there, composed, steady, the kind of calm that makes people nervous.
Emily isn't damaged.
He said.
She's raising a child on her own. That's strength.
A ripple moved through the room. Not laughter this time, murmurs. Vanessa let out a tight chuckle.
Babe, come on. It's just a toast.
But Daniel didn't look at her. He looked at the guests.
I watched her leave the rehearsal dinner early last night.
He continued.
Because her son was tired. She didn't complain. She didn't ask for help. She just did what needed to be done.
He paused.
That's not failure. That's sacrifice.
You could feel the air shift. People who were laughing minutes ago suddenly stared at their plates. Vanessa reached for his arm.
Daniel, stop.
He gently stepped away, and then he said something no one expected.
I need honesty before I start a marriage.
The word marriage hung there, heavy. Vanessa's smile faltered for the first time all night.
What are you doing?
She whispered, but the microphone picked it up. Daniel turned slightly, addressing the room again.
Earlier this week, Vanessa asked me to make sure Emily wasn't in any of the professional wedding photos.
A collective inhale.
She said she didn't want certain images tied to our future brand.
Brand. Not family, not sister, brand. Vanessa's face went pale.
That was taken out of context.
Daniel reached into his suit pocket.
And that's not even the worst part.
He pulled out his phone, and the moment he unlocked it, I knew whatever came next wouldn't just embarrass her. It would expose her. You know that feeling when a room realizes it backed the wrong person? That's what it felt like. Daniel didn't rush. He didn't rage. He simply looked down at his phone, then back up at 200 silent guests.
There's something else you all deserve to know.
He said evenly. Vanessa shook her head, whispering sharply.
Daniel, don't.
He continued anyway.
Over the past few months, Vanessa has sent messages about Emily. About keeping her close because it makes her look successful by comparison.
The words dropped like glass. No one moved. He glanced at me briefly, not dramatically, not romantically, just steady.
She said inviting her tonight would be a reminder of what happens when you settle.
A sharp gasp came from somewhere near the front. Vanessa's face had completely lost color now.
Those were private conversations.
Daniel nodded once.
Exactly.
Then he delivered the line that ended it.
If this is how you treat your own sister in public and in private, what happens when I disappoint you?
Silence. Real silence. The kind that hums in your ears. My mother, who had been so vocal minutes ago, stared straight ahead. No clever comment now. No wine-sweet confidence. Vanessa tried to laugh again, but it cracked.
You're overreacting. It was a joke.
Daniel slowly removed his wedding ring.
I won't marry someone who needs someone else beneath them to stand tall.
No shouting, no spectacle, just truth. He placed the ring on the head table beside the untouched champagne glass, and suddenly the spotlight she had begged for all night did exactly what spotlights do. It revealed everything. He didn't walk toward me. He didn't choose me. He chose integrity. Noah squeezed my hand again. This time he was smiling, not because someone else lost, but because the laughing had stopped. Remember the question from the beginning? What would you do if your sister humiliated you publicly? Sometimes you don't have to do anything. Sometimes the truth stands up on its own. Vanessa wanted a wedding performance. She forgot that when you humiliate someone in public, you gamble with what comes back.